So here we are on Vulture Peak above Rajgiri in Bihar state. 5 mountains around Rajgiri. Pilgrims. Here we have the Shanti Stupa above. This is the place where the Buddha is said to have given his discourses. And this is technically where Zen begins. Shan. Right here at this location, according to the stories. Right below us, we have caves associated with the Buddha's great disciple Shariputra, where he attained enlightenment, where he became an arhat. And just next, just a little bit down from that, is Ananda's cave, where Ananda attained enlightenment, where he tasted nibbanic bliss for the first time. The whole hillside is littered with Buddhist shrines and caves and locations where people meditated for long stretches of time since 2,500 years ago and before. This whole area was utilized by the Jains, by the Ajivkas, by the Buddhists. The original schools all the way until the splits. So, the original school that the Buddha organized, and then the original 17, 18 schools after that would have spent time in this area. And near here we had the first council connected to the Tipitaka, the 3 baskets, the scriptures, agreeing upon them. Then later there's going to be a split, and there's going to be a second council that's going to take place at Vaishali, the same location where nuns were brought into the order, and there was where women were allowed to become renunciants. And then at Patna there was the third council, and I believe that's where one of the big splits begins. That's going to eventually lead Buddhism into 2 major branches associated with the original Nikaya schools, and then one that becomes the Mahayana. So this would have also been an area that would have been explored and lived in by the Jains, the Ajivkas, by the Vedic practitioners who became renunciants and moved into the forest. Everyone's wearing white, burning incense, leaving offerings. Little prayer rugs. So the energy of the Buddha and his teachings is thought to still permeate these areas. When an enlightened master sits at a location, that area is infused with the vibrations of their meditative openings and experiences. Kind of similar to Barakat within the Sufi and Islamic tradition. Very pretty. So all these locations, you would have seen monks and nuns meditating on these rocks all throughout here in ancient times. And during the pilgrimage season, you will see people come and spend long stretches of time here, exploring and meditating. It's an interesting place with the langurs and the Shanti Stupa. Rajgiri is definitely worth your time if you're interested in comparative religion, if you're interested in India and its varied spiritual traditions, if you're interested in Buddha Dharma and its variety of expressions. Also, like I said, you'll find plenty of holy places associated with the Jains here as well. There's an interesting museum here in Rajgiri associated with the Jains. I didn't have time to go there today. I wanted to. There are also sites associated with the Hindus, a variety of Hindu groups. So they come to a hot spring here. They also come to so they bathe in this sacred hot spring. The Buddha and his monks used to also bathe in. They also So, and there are also sites associated with the Mahabharata and the Ramayana and the Puranas, which are much later. This is a fascinating area. It deserves more time than we have at this point. I would have loved to have spent a good 3 days just here, exploring, contemplating. But anyway, sometimes we take what we can and do the best we can with it. Let go. All right, so time to head down the hill. So here is where the Buddha's seat. Pilgrims enjoying peaceful location. We have lots of prayer flags, and there are probably going to be a lot more coming very soon. Dragonflies, many. I like this rock formation over here. Beautiful. It's a very scenic location. I can see why the Buddha and his disciples chose this area as a significant meditation location.
එහෙනම් මේ සංසාර භව ගමනේ අපිට මේ ලැබුණා වූ අවස්ථාව අති දුර්ලභ අවස්ථාවක් වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. සංසාරගත කුසලයකට ලැබුවා වූ මේ මනුෂ්‍ය ජීවිතයේ මහානීය කුසලයක් කරන්නට ලැබුණා වූ අවසාන අවස්ථාවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කෙසේ වෙතත් අපි සෑම සියලු දෙනාම බොහෝම සද්ධාවෙන් බුද්ධහලම්බන ප්‍රීතියෙන් බොහෝම කැමැත්තකින් බැතිබරව බුදුගුණ සජ්ජායනා කරමින් පාණ්ඩව පර්වතයේ තරණය කරලා මේ විදුකුල් පවුවට එන්නට වාග්ය උදා කරගත්තා. එහෙනම් අප්‍රමාණ සතුටක් ඇති කරගන්න පුළුවන් මේ නිර්වාණය කරා යන ගමනේදී තථාගත අමාමෑණී සම්මා සම්බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ කියා දුන්නා වූ ඒ මග ගමන් ගන්නා අපි මගේ බුදුහාමුදුරුව වැඩ සිටියා වූ මේ ගිජුකුල් පවුවේ සුගන්ධ කුටියට එන්න වාසනාව ලැබුවා කියලා සතුටු වෙනවා. එහෙනම් මාගේ අමාමෑණියන් වහන්සේ ඔබ